What is going on, everybody? I hope you're all doing really well, and welcome to a brand new squad builder on the channel today. And today's squad builder is going to be around none other than the Syrian Tots Al Soma. He's had a team of the season card this week, and it is absolutely incredible. And he's one of those cards, it's difficult to explain, but he's a great player, but a lot of people won't use him because of the league he's in, so I decided to build a little bit of a hybrid team. It's not a full hybrid, it's only a couple of leagues, I think, if I remember rightly off the top of my head, but it's a team that is really strong and you can use him in very effectively. But if you do enjoy this squad builder, make sure to leave a big thumbs up on this. If we can get this over 30 likes, like, the support on squad builders is usually incredible, so once again, 30 likes would be absolutely amazing. But without any further ado, let's get into it. I've started to do this old-fashioned squad builder layout, formatting, whatever you want to call it. Like a lot of people seem to be really enjoying it, so we're going to carry on doing that. But in between the sticks, as I peek around my microphone to see where he is, there he is. We have got Mr. Oblak from Atletico Madrid, a goalkeeper I've not used too often, and purely because I never have too much trouble beating him when he's playing for my opposition. But I used him, and he was absolutely insane. He was incredible for me. He made so many big saves. I said this about Neuer in the last squad builder. He had patches where he made a couple of errors, but at the same time he came up with some huge saves in very important matches for me. But moving into the defence now, we've got this is where the hybrid starts really. We've got El Shanrani at right back, absolute pace for days, unbelievably good right back. Left back we have got Felipe Luis. Centre back number 1 we have got Mr. Diego Godin, and then centre back number 2 we have got our first of 4 team of the seasons. I believe 3 are in this team, 4 team of the seasons. This guy here, he goes by the name of Hausawi. So Felipe Luis, I've used him in squad builders before. He's absolutely solid as anything. Diego Godin I don't use too often, but whenever I do, he always gets the job done. I wouldn't actually, as stupid as this sounds, I wouldn't put him up there in the bracket of Laporte and Mustafi for myself. I think they're the best 2 defenders in La Liga, but he is still very solid. First team of the season, like I say here, is Hausawi. I actually packed this guy, and he's got some insane stats, but he felt very average to me. It felt like he was relying a lot on his pace to bail him out, which he did a lot of the time, but his position and stuff like that was a bit iffy. But when you look at his card stats, his medium-high work rates, 6'2" tall, 78 pace. He's got some really nice stats in there. I mean, 82 defending and 85 physical. He was a solid performer, just nothing outstanding. And then right back, this guy's also got a team of the season card, but it's a left back, so I decided just to use his regular because it only cost me like 750 coins, and that's when he's in packs as a team of the season as well. And he's got 93 pace, 70 defending, 73 physical. This guy was superb for me, lads. He was often the platform for me to go and attack. He'd win the ball at the back at that right back position. And because this formation, obviously 4-3-1-2, has got no wingers, he was as good as a winger to me. You can see, what was his return? 1 goal and no assist. That surprises me actually, because like I say, he often got the attack started down that wing with just his absolutely electric pace. But moving into the midfield, we've got 2 centre mids. The first one here is in form João Pedro. The second one over this side is team of the season again, which goes by the name of Al Kabiri. And then we've got a CDM in the middle of the park, so let me just quickly filter this out. And he's another Saudi League player. He's a silver. If I can find him, it is that the guy? That's not the guy, that's Brazilian. I can't see because my flipping mic's in the way. That's the guy, there we go, the Uruguayan. Forgive me there, lads. But we'll start off with this guy here, João Pedro. I've used him 6 games now. He's only got the 1 assist. He's not that much of an amazing player, in all honesty. I wish he had the 4-star skills, but he is a perfect link to the striker that we've got, and he is actually reasonably rare. There's periods where this guy just doesn't seem to be on the market at all. You can see there's only currently 5 on the market. He's going for about 25k, which is roughly what I paid for him as well. He's a solid performer, nothing exceptional. He was mainly in there for the link, and I think it's a pretty nice card, but nothing exceptional. The right hand side, we've got our second team this season, Al Kabri, like what I've just said. I actually paid 16k for this guy, nearly 17k. When I checked not long ago, he was currently over like 35, 36k, so maybe I got a bargain in there, I don't know, but 5'9", he's got decent pace with 77, he's got 78 defending and 87 physical, which is fantastic, but when you're looking at his passing, his shooting and his dribbling, absolutely woeful. And this guy was basically just, he was the Ramirez of the team. He did box to box really well, but he just had no end product. I think you saw there he got 1 assist, which isn't 2, but 2 assists, which is reasonably decent from centre mid, but nothing amazing. But yeah, it was like the Ramirez in the team. He just bombed up and down, but we never really had any end product, like I say. But worth a try, maybe. Only if you're doing a Saudi League team, I'd definitely give him a go. But if you can avoid him, I would. But this guy here, what's his name? Aris Mendy. But he may as well be named the Interceptor, because that's what this guy was. He just got in the way of absolutely everything. This is actually an upgraded card, and he did get a team of the season, but that card is a centre-back. This guy's a CDM, 6'2", medium work rate. So again, you're looking at his stats, he's fairly well rounded. You're looking at 67 pace, 86 physical is outstanding, 76 defending, great for a CDM, especially a silver one. But then 69 dribbling, 64 passing, reasonably like that, okay stats, but not amazing. He got 5 games, 1 goal and 3 assists. But like I said, he was the interceptor. Anytime an opponent broke on me, this guy got in the way. He was absolutely superb. He was the heartbeat of the team. One of the standout performers, as ridiculous as that sounds, just a regular silver 73 CDM. He was awesome for me, lads, and I'd highly recommend you give him a go. Moving into the front three now, we've got the first cam. This is our third team of the season player who goes by the name of Al Hussein. 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. I was so tempted to use team of the season Elton. He's going for like 500 odd K. Then I thought I'd just use regular Elton, and then I thought, you know what, there's this guy, you can get him for 25k, let's just give him a go, 4-star weak foot, 4-star skills, pretty well rounded again for a cam. You're looking at 75 pace, 80 dribbling is decent, 81 passing again, very decent, particularly for a silver, and 72 shooting's not the end of the world either, and he did really well as well. You're looking at 2 goals and 3 assists from the 5 games. Wouldn't say he was a standout performer despite the fact his stats are really good, but he was solid. He was really good at just linking the strikers and the midfield together, and that's exactly what he was there to do. Getting into our 2 strikers now, you may have already guessed the one on the left hand side because I've already said that he was a perfect link to the centre mid, and that is Farias. Many of you will know if you followed this channel for a while that I absolutely love this guy. I did a player review on him and I said he was good. Since then he's just grown on me even more. You can see this team is all about Al Soma, and even then he's managed to chip in and get a few goals. You can see 12 games, 17 goals and 4 assists. Really, really nice return. Electric pace and a decent finish as long as you keep it onto his stronger right foot. Absolutely superb player. Highly recommend you give him a go. I paid 81k for him not long after he'd gone out to pack, thinking his price might increase. Not a chance of it. He's currently going for about 45, 50k, but I just don't want to sell this one next. Jesus Christ, that's just choking to death there, mid-commentary. But sorry, what was I just saying? I was saying Farias. The reason I've kept this one is just because I've had him for a few games now and he's been a really solid performer for me. But moving into the main man of the team of the season, Al Soma, the Syrian Ibrahimovic, 84 overall, some incredible stats on that card. I mean, when you consider 80 pace when he's 6'4", 72 dribbling isn't amazing, but it feels better than that if you ask me. 90 shooting, 77 passing and 88 physical. His stats just represent Ibra so well. He's the Syrian Ibra, that's what he's known as, and that is exactly what he is. You're looking at a 4-star weak foot and 4-star skill moves. In the 5 games he got 7 goals and 1 assist, a really decent return once again. But the team as a whole played really well. It got me 4 wins out of the 5 games that I played. It did often feel a little bit open at the back, but it was still, like I say, had tons of goals in it, and it felt really, really solid. The instructions on the players, there were not many actually in this team. We just had this CDM guy here that played so well on stay back while attacking. We had Farias on to stay central and getting behind, and then of course Al Soma getting stay central and the target man, which is exactly what he did for me. But we're going to start to roll some of the goals now. I'm going to cut myself away and we'll talk about what the team did so well for me. So lads, the first thing to mention as we start to get into the in-game footage is the cost of the team, which I haven't already mentioned actually. It costs around 200k, sometimes just below, sometimes just above, literally depending on what time of day you're buying, because there's a few team of the seasons in the team, of course, and their prices are fluctuating. It's so difficult to read the market right now, but yeah, up or just above or just below the 200k mark is how much his team's going to cost you. And like I've already said, it played really, really well for me. I mean, at first, it happens with a lot of these squad builders, like, you grow into the team, and at first it did feel a little bit unbalanced and a little bit open at the back, but I fine-tuned to the instructions which I've already shown you, and by the 3rd, 4th and 5th game, it's playing really, really nicely for me, not conceding anywhere near as many goals and doing a fantastic job. Al Soma was the main man we built the team around, of course, and he was absolutely electric for me. I think his finishing is outstanding. It's a shame that he hasn't got a little bit more pace, although he does have 80 pace, which is a hell of a lot for someone that's 6'4". He didn't feel quite that quick for me, but he still, whenever he got half a chance, always seemed to bury it. The team strengths, I would say, were probably controlling possession rather than counter-attacking, because we didn't have tons of pace at the top end. Obviously, we had Farias. We've got Farias in there who's got pace to burn. But Al Soma and Al Hussein, the cam and the striker, aren't particularly the paciest. So I found the best way to play with this team was by keeping the ball. And like I say, I had a lot of success with that, particularly getting teams penned in with the centre mid Aris Mendy. He was absolutely outstanding, like I've already mentioned, just cutting out the ball and keeping the pressure on the opponents, and then eventually just banging in a goal or two. But yeah, the team played really well for me. I'd highly recommend you give it a go. Like I said, 200k, you're getting 4 team of the seasons in there, another special card in Joe Pedro as well. and like I say, it did really well for me in the long term. So I hope you all did enjoy this player review, squad builder. That's in player review mode from the last few weeks of team of the season. I hope you all did enjoy this squad builder. If you did, be sure to smash a thumbs up on it, like I've already mentioned, and I'll speak to you all in tomorrow's video, which is going to be a brand new team of the season player review. Can't wait for that. So I'll speak to you all there, lads. Have a great night. Nidge out.
Yo, he's Nidge, plays with big games and player reviews are getting insane. He entertains while he elevates, his video quality resonates. On career mode, he got lots of vids uploading off and he's rocking it. He's got the confidence in all his commentaries. Videos range, they often vary. Got need for speed and a road to glory. Just watching vids and you know the story. The content is underrated, I'm understating, so don't ignore the like and subscribe button to support the channel that keeps running. It takes 1 second, like it's free, it costs nothing. Peace.